Look. Can I get a one? Let me get a one if you can hear me. Because I thought somebody said something. Hey, Dust Free Black Woman, thank you for the one. Divested Peace, thank you for the one. What's going on, everybody? There's a lot of black women being killed. This past week, the children caught hell. They caught hell. We got some dead babies this week. Make no mistake about it, this will not stop. And I'm going to tell you something else. Part of the reason is there's bitches out here giving hope to people, black women in particular, that they're somehow going to work out. None of these women grew up seeing black love in that fashion. There's always a black love story that they refer to. What's going on, Andrea? What's going on, Caramel Mocha? Eve is here. Fresh Fiji is here. Y'all can tell I'm anxious because I'm ready to get into this shit. Hey, everybody, Lady Posh, all y'all, love y'all to pieces. You keep giving these people this bad information, knowing good and full well that auntie that you keep referencing, right, that had the 30-year long marriage and all this shit to a nigga, you don't tell them how much of the bullshit they had to put up with and go through in order to maintain that marriage. It was not a happy marriage. She dealt with abuse. She dealt with lies. She dealt with having to be the breadwinner. She dealt with STDs. These women, not all at once, but throughout those years that you keep referencing with this black love auntie that you got, right? You done seen her with shades on in a dark time, right? Because she done got fucked the fuck up by her nigga. And you grew up and you got aspirations to go through all the same bullshit that she went through, and you're poisoning the waters with your rhetoric, with your bullshit. Okay? Little girls getting fucked up out here, sex trafficked, unalived, beat to death. You see it all. Okay? And you got your goddamn nerve to sit up here and talk this shit about black men being unprotected? Really? Black men are the most protected class of motherfucker on the planet. I want y'all to look at something. You know, try not to get triggered, of course, because the bitch got us fucked up. Big time. Let's go.
Who's more unprotected, black men or black women? Talk to the people.
All right, sisters gonna hate me, but a black man is more unprotected.
Why?
And the reason I say that is because the black man is not only attacked in society, but he can be attacked in his own home, especially by a broken woman, a woman who doesn't know how to uplift their man. Mm-hmm. But I can't say that it's all around what I've experienced. If I have experienced a broken woman taking down a broken man, which we get the non-shit men in the end, we don't want to continue that cycle. And unfortunately, there's no therapy for a man to say, hey, I'm abused at home. There's no outlet for a man to say, hey, I'm being mentally abused or physically abused by my woman. It's considered weak. As soon as you say, I need a hand, I need helping, something, it's weak. So sorry, sisters, the black man is definitely the most unprotected, but my black man, he's definitely highly protected. I got his back, front, sideways, every which way.
Listen to me. Do you know how fucking dangerous that whore is? You telling these people that black men are the most unprotected while you get your head caved in, bitch. And you know of other women that's getting their head caved in. You might not know them personally, because it's impossible to know them all personally. But you see it every single day. At least I see it every day. Other women see it every day. But somehow you and your dashiki and your mammy biscuits don't see it for some reason. And then you're going to say they're unprotected. Then you're going to say that there's no mental health programs for these niggas out here. What's really true is there's no mental health protections for black women because you're expected to be strong and put up with his shit over and over. And you keep co-signing his fucking shit like a goddamn idiot, getting everybody fucked up, especially the younger women, because they listen to you, right? They may have had mommy issues, so they looking for motherfuckers like you to give them a bit of wisdom because you're older than them, and then you putting them right down that goddamn black ass rabbit hole that you went down, right? And it didn't fare well for you. You turned into the protector in your goddamn household. You bitches are weird, and you ought to be ashamed of your goddamn self sending these women down this hole like this. All because you want to believe that the motherfucking niggas that's coming out from between your motherfucking twats is better or just like other races of men. You're sacrificing their lives, idiot. Right? It doesn't help that the dude that asked you was also a nigger, so you had to perform. You put your tap shoes on for that motherfucker to make sure he knows that there's a motherfucker out here that gives a fuck. Well, you sat up there and lied, first of all. You sat up there and lied your ass off, first of all, whore, because there's tons of fucking resources for these violent ass niggas to get their hands on so that they can fix their head. My opinion is their head can't be fixed, but the resources are there since we playing make-believe and delusion games around this bitch. This program right here, that it just took a simple Google search, right? Right? Your niggas like to use Google to find other men's booty holes, don't they? They look for other men's booty hole so they can't find health, mental health. No, they're the ones that are abused. You fucking weird bitch. Let's see what they got going on. Sponsored by all these fine companies that's happening to run away from your community. Wow, trying to get your goddamn men some help at therapyforblackmen.org. This shit is specifically for those motherfucking apes, right? We want to break the stigma that asking for help is a sign of weakness. Look, asking for help ain't a sign of weakness. Attacking your women and children is a sign of weakness. Not building is a sign of weakness, but you ready to throw your cape on, right? With that ugly ass outfit you had on, trying to get a doggy biscuit from this nigga, you just licking the balls virtually. Right there, line your ass off, right? With a rapidly growing directory of 612 therapists and 61 coaches throughout the 50 states, so it's access to them, even if you got a nigga living in Wyoming. Huh? I'm sorry, I thought a stupid bitch said something. Huh? We're here to provide judgment free, multicultural, competent care for black men. You don't have to man up. Let's talk it through together. That's what they say. Aaliyah, can I have something here, please?
Oh, we're about to piss a whole lot of people off tonight, and I'm here for it. And see, here's the thing. I got a couple things that I would like to talk about with this. Hey, black women, please avoid black women like this, like the plague. See, this is the only group of women who will make public declarations about how grown as men need protection from society and their women, and then have to wonder why no one in society respects them, not even in their own home. And see, to the younger black women and girls, listen to me. If he does not have a job, he won't be staying in my home. If he doesn't have the income, he won't be head of my household. If he does not buy the groceries, he will not eat at my table. If he cannot stop fucking anything with a heartbeat and respect me in our relationship as an infectious disease specialist and grown ass woman, he will not share my bed. If he cannot protect me, he will not be in my life. And unfortunately, this is the situation that way too many black women find themselves in. And then when the woman has had enough, it's usually these types of bitches who have pawned their worthless ass sons, brothers, and cousins off on you, who have the nerve to call you damaged and broken and then try to reprimand you for not choosing better. Well, if you say choosing better means not choosing a black man, then the conversation turns ugly. See, these women have totally castrated their husbands and sons by constantly victimizing and overindulging them, and they hate them for it. And whether y'all want to admit it or not, this is also why so many of y'all's men are wearing dresses and grabbing their ankles. Your community is done. You have no real men. You have berated the women so much and infantilized the men to the point where they feel like they're the ones who should be the pampered princesses and protected and provided for. Furthermore, and y'all are really not going to like this. Y'all are really not going to like this. The black liberal feminist mammies and SJWs, which she falls into one or more of those categories, have helped fuck this community up. And this is why your own men don't even respect you. And I've said it before, you are not helping them. You're not doing them any favors by saying this shit publicly. You only make them look weaker than they already are. Furthermore, y'all want to talk about being masculine versus being feminine and how using certain language is masculine, or how dark-skinned black women are always masculinized by the media. But you flat out refuse to acknowledge the forced masculinization inflicted upon you by people like her, who are determined to put you in the role as the constant provider and protector of adult males. They have intentionally blurred the gender lines for years. They tried to force us to believe that there were over 1,000 genders, and now no one can even define what the hell a woman is anymore, thanks to bitches who think exactly like her. And thanks to them, you can't even be addressed as a biological woman now. But it's the cursing that masculinizes you. I beg to differ. And see, this is the fuckery that a lot of you have supported for years in different sectors, mind you. So before you get your panties stuck in your asses, this is not me attacking anybody's platform in particular. But if you want to reach out there and grab it, hell, I'll be back next Tuesday, same time, same channel. And I don't make comments I'm not prepared to defend, and defend it I will. Stop preaching about how we're masculinized by others until you're ready to address about how black bitches like this have masculinized you and themselves, not by words, but by constantly making these public assertions and their constant need to be thrown doggy biscuits by black men. See, this is what masculinizes you. This is what does it.
I want to put some disclaimers out there. No black men are able to fit a woman's standards if she's being honest. They're not an option. How on earth are you going to peel him up off the ground, so called breathe life into him, and somehow he's going to be qualified to take care of a family? Hell, those of you that don't want children to take care of you, to protect you. You hear a sound in the house, he looking at you with the goose eyes, right? What was that? What was that? I don't know what that was. You gonna go check? That's the type of shit y'all dealing with. Snapper, what's going on?
Hey, that fucking musty ass Yoni egg mammy. You know that bitch don't wear deodorant. I know she was probably woofing during that interview. Those bitches get on my nerves. She tried it. You know, she's I just, I mean, we already talked about up here. We could go down a list of things that show that the Kangs are a protected class and Black women are not. We can look at the GoFundMe's, like we already talked about, how as soon as they break a nail, they throw up a GoFundMe and it is overflowing with money. A Black woman is in a situation, it's crickets. You know what I'm saying? The sentences, the light sentences, the early releases, the slaps on the wrist, but a Black, I mean, the bitch is just, I mean, I just can't. Like, I mean,
Let me give y'all an update real quick. Let me give y'all an update, okay? When I tell you Black men are protected, they're very protected. Do y'all remember the story that we went over, right? I had it lined up for tonight, but the news station snatched it down. Interesting. Well, the motherfucker that body slammed that Asian woman and paralyzed her, his bail was reduced yesterday. Did
yep,
you hear what the fuck I said? His bail was reduced yesterday. And this funky bitch sitting up here talking about, oh, y'all should hear the fucking phone call. The phone call was on the video as well, where he's on there laughing at her, talking about how in the fuck am I locked up and she's able to get GoFundMe's and shit. And they not gonna lock me up because she didn't die. This is the men that she talking about are unprotected, and they unprotected in the house, and there is no mental health care, and there's no this and there's no that. What?
exactly. And I saw that yesterday too. I couldn't even stomach it. Honestly, I was so frustrated. I believe the article that I scrolled right past said the bail got cut in half. And it's like, fuck these mammies, obviously. But at the same time, if a Black woman had done some ignorant shit like that, her shit would not be cut in half. They'd have thrown the book at her. So you can look at it, it's right in your face. So for that dusty, musty bitch to even say that with her raggedy, whack ass dashiki, girl, bye. Girl, bye. And like, shout out to whoever made that comment. They don't want you, bitch. Stop. Just stop it.
Look, y'all thought that was the only mental health care available for them niggas? Oh, it's available. Here's the deal, though. Nothing can help them. Did you hear what I said? Nothing can help them. They can go through years of intensive therapy, and they at the end of that therapy, they're still going to be a Black fucking man. What is a Black man? A Black man is a protected class. He can walk around here looking like an adult, but does not have to function as an adult, thanks to society and thanks to the women that take care of him, i.e., his mother, his girlfriend, his sister, and sometimes his fucking daughter. They sit up there and turn it into this weird ass, everybody's coming down on Black men. Listen, nobody should be fucking on you when they operate in society as a child. Black men operate as dependents. They are dependent upon you, right? Dependents don't get pussy. Pussy is for adult men, not for toddlers like your fucking so-called men run around here doing. This other organization is called Black Men Heal, okay? And they offer a variety of fucking shit. So she sat up there and lied her ass off with a straight face, then said, the sister's gonna be mad at me. She knew good and goddamn well before she opened her cock pleaser that was incorrect information that she was putting out there. My man is protected, and a broken woman can hurt a Black man, and all these dead fucking bodies all over the place. Kyra, what you got?
Good evening, DZ. Good evening, ladies. Uh, they do that coddling very early. You always hear about the school to prison pipeline. No, it could never be that little Daquan is cutting up in school and therefore got expelled. Oh no, it's the teacher's being mean. The principal has it out for him. Why can't he just sit at his desk and do his job without causing a ruckus? They start that stuff so early. And let's be real, Black men do not actually want help for anything that's productive or positive. All they want to do is learn degenerate shit.
I believe they're born with it, to be honest with you. even those that have a two-parent household that may be functional, I guess, they still turn out to be degenerate. There's nothing you can do to help a black man. Patricia Dixon, okay? Are you dusty? Patricia, are you dusty?
Are you talking to me, Patricia? Are you talking to me, DC? This is my first time, so I don't know whether you're talking to me or not.
Yeah, your name is Patricia Dixon, right?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, so
I know
I'm
you had another Patricia a while back, so that's why I didn't answer. No, I'm not Dusty. I've never been Dusty, but okay. No, I don't have anything to say. I'm just listening.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and put you back in the comments, okay?
All right, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome.
DZ.
Yes, ma'am.
Speaking of therapy and these kangs having all this therapy available, did you see how a few weeks ago there was a Black therapist on TikTok, and she specified that she services the African American community, and she put up a video saying how she was just so frustrated with her male clients and that she didn't want to take male clients anymore because they were so like disrespectful and violated her boundaries. And
Mm-hmm.
those same kangs who this dashiki musty ass, no non-deodorant wearing ass bitch said is so unprotected, those kangs doxed that lady, sent
Mm-hmm.
her death threats. And not to be confused with the other therapist, this is a brand new one. They are so fucking violent and dangerous. And if they can't even reach out and touch you, they will still try to destroy you virtually if they can. And she didn't do anything except express herself and set a boundary. And so it's like it's everywhere. There's no way any of these mammies could sit here and pretend not to know. And just for her to say, oh, a broken woman could harm him, like she is so fucking treacherous. That treacherous ass bitch better hope she don't end up on one of your lives one day.
D Stormy, are you dusty?
Hell to the no. Hi, everybody.
Hello, how are you?
Hello. I'm wonderful. I just wanted to chime in real quick about this SJW dashiki yoni egg stuffing ass dreadlock head girl over here that we just saw. So my thing is, you're talking about mental health and like as if you're doing some type of advocacy for these men, but not men, but y'all know what I'm talking about. But the lady who tried to tell you guys to go to therapy, y'all made her lose her job. So it's like, which one is it? Do you guys want the help or
They
not? I mean,
always
of course, I
talking
know
out
they
of
don't.
they're always talking out of both sides of their neck.
And
All you it doesn't matter what the subject is. It's just, I mean, they're always talking out of both sides of their neck. You know, they stand there with
yeah,
these signs talking about they are men, they're strong, they're this, they're that, and the other. But the motherfucking nigga can't even fill out a job application. And when he do get the job, he don't know how to do the fucking job. Absentee, tardy, all types of shit. They're children. There's always an excuse. And these bitches stay gushy motherfucking wet for these degenerates. And I'm just keep real with you. These mammies are just like them. They really are. The dude we just got finished talking about that who had his bail reduced had a mammy that was a getaway driver. They always got one of these whores right next to him ready to do some degenerate shit to another black woman. That's why I don't trust they ass far as I can throw they motherfucking ass. Shit, they I can't.
no, it's like they, like you said, they're passing gas out of their mouth and talking out their ass, and I'm over it.
Ebony, how you doing?
I am fine. Hi, ladies. How are you?
We're good.
Wonderful.
What you
Okay.
got?
Good.
Well, let me tell you what I got. Remember, I said a long time ago that these women are acting like the guys in their lives. Here's what's going to happen. The laws are coming down, and guess what? The Nakas and the mammies are all going to be put in the same damn pit. Okay?
Mm.
This is not fun and games now. This is not tee hee hee hee. Look at what they're saying. This is survival. Your Nakas don't know how to survive. They really don't. That's why they have to attach themselves to you some kind of how and make you do all the mule work,
They're
the
willing to do
plowing.
it though.
And you're willingly doing it. But the thing though about it, let's be real. Frankly, it's the fault of these social justice warriors who have been advocating
Exactly.
for laxing the laws and laxing the sentences of the black males. So you can't even look at him and give him a mean look without all hell breaking loose, let alone correcting him for his behavior, whether it's in
Funny,
school or as an adult. So what is the solution? To isolate them from your community, isolate them from being able to move about. Hence these laws Ebony's referencing.
funny you should
Exactly.
bring that up because there's more goddamn help out there. They're trying to go ahead, and y'all got this accomplished, by the way, mammies. The bail reform situation and helping out felons. Now they're able to crack your fucking teeth out of your goddamn mouth and then walk right back in the door 2 hours goddamn later. So congratulations on that, you toothless bitch. You went on ahead and made it to where he can throw them fucking hands on your ass, and then they're not being racist. They go ahead and let him go. And then when you get fucked up again, you want to say the system failed you, bitch. Guess what? They're not your goddamn dating coach, whore. They're not there for you to get all the black dick you want. And then when he start acting a goddamn clown, to come and moderate your dating preferences. That's not what the system is there for. The system can only do what it does. Give him a protective order. You stop meeting his ass at hotels and shit after you ask for a protective order. The judge is not going to sit in the parking lot and watch to see whether you two meet. All he can do, or she can do, is issue the protective order that you asked for, right? And then you get your ass out here at 12 midnight meeting him at the Super 8 so that he can beat your ass again. So congratulations. You don't have any protections. The system didn't fail you. You failed you because you keep going back. Stop doing that shit.
DZ,
Exactly. Go ahead.
DZ, you say the men are immature toddlers. So are the women.
Yeah.
So are
Oh,
the
I got
women.
his front, his back, and his side, and I got his fried neck. Ugh.
Oh God, where did that come from?
Exactly. And this is why I say the SJWs and the feminists have all had a role in this. They may not want to own it, but this is the type of bullshit that masculinizes black women. So, but the scapegoat is always what the media is somehow doing. And so that's why I say, if the man, look, it's just this simple. If the man cannot protect you, then you don't need him. You should not have to be doing the protecting in a relationship when you got a grown ass man. It makes absolutely no sense. And just so we're clear, this is not to be conflated with independence. Because a lot of y'all like to pull that out of your ass too. Because I've seen several of you say that if a woman isn't ashamed to say that she can take care of herself or that she has her own, that puts her in a masculine role consequently. Be clear, independence does not represent masculinity. That only shows a lot of y'all's ignorance, which is what Ebony was just saying about black women being childish. I'll never be ashamed of being able to provide for myself. And that doesn't let a grown ass man off the hook or relieve him of his duty. That's bum bitch and broke ass nigga babble. See, that's also where you get the relationship dynamics fucked up. Equal pay for equal work does not mean you are absolved from having to pay for dates or open doors and then scream, I thought you were a strong black woman, to disguise rudeness and a lack of manners and home training. That's broke ass and weak ass nigga babble. So I refuse to partake in this fuckery because it's all really embarrassing and I ain't going. And I say this because for the younger black women, please stop listening to these SJWs, these feminists, and these covert mammies. Please.
Aaliyah, I'm sorry, honey. Can you go back to bum, bitch, broke ass something? You said that. I want to use it later. What did you say?
Because they were
Bum.
talking about, no, because I have seen them talking about this shit on different platforms, and they try to say that is the reason black women push this independent narrative for so long, and that's why we are where we are. When it's the feminists and SJWs who have done this shit and all this other bullshit.
I know. Look, I want to use what you said to torch some people. So you said bum, broke ass bitch, right? Is that
Yeah,
what you
because
said?
see, the thing
Okay.
is, equal pay for equal work,
Does not
that
mean.
has nothing to do with the lack of manners and home training. That
Yes,
is broke ass nigga and weak ass nigga babble. I thought
bigger.
you were a strong black woman. Don't even try to throw that up in my face. That ain't got shit to do with why your broke ass won't pay for this date. That ain't got
Thank
shit
you.
Oh,
to
and
do
don't
with that.
Thank
Y'all
you.
oh,
could
and
get
don't
rid of a
let
lot
them
of
have a
y'all could get rid of a lot of that shit if you just stop dealing with black men. You don't hear that shit on the outside of in other communities unless they're black male adjacent. Tell
No,
me I'm
you
lying.
don't.
You do not hear that type of bullshit outside of the black community unless you're dealing with a powdered donut Dusty. What you bring to the table, bitch.
Exactly.
I am the table, motherfucker. But look, I don't have time for that nonsense. If you're 86 black men, you'll get rid of a lot of that rhetoric. Try it out.
Can we
Okay.
be? Can we just? Can I be honest about something, DZ? Just a one of those secret truths, if you don't mind.
I guess if YouTube go for it, what is it?
You know, this lie that black males have it harder. No, they don't. They always forget that black women and black girls, they live in those same neighborhoods. They go to those same schools. They deal with those same warped family dynamics. And yet, black women still make it. So, what is their excuse? And not only that, but in addition to all of that, black girls and black women, we also have to deal with the sexual inappropriateness, shall we say, from them. So we endure all of that and we still rise. Yet they get chance after chance after chance and they still can't do anything. Even just going for a job. Let's be real. Even if you're interviewing for a job that's traditionally like a female dominated job, like a teacher
Hurry up,
or a man.
hurry up, because I got to get this comment.
Okay, never mind. I'm quiet.
Listen, okay, divested pearl. Let me say something to you real quick. A lot of that left leaning shit is how these niggas is getting away with a lot of this shit.
Yes, it
Okay,
is.
a lot of this left leaning shit is why you see killers walking around in your community. A lot of this left leaning bullshit and progressive bullshit is why somebody can take your coochie, right, without your permission. And then you see him on home probation, house arrest, that type of stuff. Okay. The conservatives they're not perfect. By no means, they're not perfect. But I tell you what, you're gonna get more protection on that side than you are from progressives because the progressive says your coochie don't make you a woman. Pull up. Pull up. The
No, the
progressives
progressor's gonna sit in. Oh,
hold
sorry.
on, hold on a second, D Stormy. I got it real quick. The progressives are the reason why you fighting for your own goddamn womanhood. Okay? The progressives, and especially the progressive black women, they invite everybody in there, right? That identifies as a black woman. I don't give a fuck what you identify as. If you're not a black woman, I don't have time for it. You can go suck a dick all you want to. You can wear a dress all you want to. You can throw on a lace front wig and what is it, Slade, and it's lit or whatever the fuck these kids are saying nowadays. They are taking your womanhood away and letting these niggas back in your goddamn neighborhoods. So if I were you, I would consider moderate, you know, moderate a little bit, but it's up to you at the end of the day. If you, you'll find out. I'll just leave that right there. Welcome to the panel, Mistress Rowe.
Good evening, ladies. How y'all doing?
Awesome. How are you?
You know, I was good, and then I got triggered by that motherland mammy. So we gonna have us a little history lesson tonight, if y'all all right with that.
Go
Mm-hmm.
ahead.
Okay. So in February 3rd, 1870. Anybody want to know? Tell me what happened on that date, because if you don't know, I'll tell you. I'll tell you that black men got the right to vote before you did. Do you want to know when black women got the right to actually vote? It was in the 1960s. They have
Yes,
always been a fucking protected class. And if you want to
yes.
go back even further, how about we talk about the fact that 10 white men in a canoe with a bunch of motherfucking trinkets made y'all sell y'all people out? Or before that, how y'all were sucking the dick of the Moors? Or before that, how you are all over here hijacking the accomplishments of other men? So here's some truths for y'all tonight. Tutankhamun was not black. He has ancestry. They pulled his DNA. He has ancestry and DNA markers that indicate that he was more Irish, and he was related to 50% of the men who now inhabit Europe. He wasn't black. Let's start right the fuck there. This is my problem with you with mammies, these educated mammies. You bitches are innately dangerous to every black woman you encounter because you don't take into historical context how they fucking abandoned you. And when you weren't slaves, they were pimping your ass fresh off the goddamn plantation and all of your trauma. If anybody has read a Toni Morrison novel, Beloved, or anything like that, you kind of get to see what it really is. So I don't get where the fuck they coming from. It's like you bitches come out of a Harry Potter novel where everything is fun and fantastical or some shit. That's not reality. Y'all are literally out here putting targets on people's backs, and you want people to give a fuck about the plight of the man that's killing you every 4.6 hours, which some experts are saying is due to drop again this summer, ladies. So wherever you go, make sure you protect yourself and stay your ass as far away from them as you can. If he on the left side of the street, get in your car and drive off the motherfucking street. It's about to get real out here. But you can't tell these bitches that. Y'all keep coddling and protecting and hiding and covering, and you won't let him face any consequences. So at this point, I don't feel bad for you bitches when he gives you that work. You too fucking stupid to realize what the fuck, who the fuck your enemy truly is. So may you rest in peace. He gonna go R.I.P. He gonna be going on fucking on the next bitch, and then he gonna fuck her up if she don't watch her back. If she's stupid enough to fuck with him. I'm literally sick of y'all. It took until 2022 for them to get the Protect Black Women and Girls Act. And while we're talking about this equal pay for equal work thing and how Black women had to be strong and independent, that wasn't a choice we wanted to make. In 1935, with FDR and the goddamn New Deal, they basically left Black people out of the whole thing. But Black men later got it, and they abandoned their fucking family.
Yes.
And in so doing, they had to cover them to make sure this woman and her goddamn children could eat, because he would be married to her for a whole 10, 15 years. Motherfucker ain't been seen. Stop with the fantasticalness. We don't have time for this motherfucking nonsense. You bitches gonna get your heads on straight, or they just gonna bury you. Your body's gonna hit the floor, and we gonna keep it fucking pushing over here.
Okay,
Them
Mistress
niggas
Rose,
had
thank
right
you
to
so
vote
much.
before white women did.
Yeah. And another thing, since it's Ramadan,
Assalamu
all these
alaikum.
all these folks running around, assalamu alaikum my ass, with these old, Arabic names, right? And I'm sitting here thinking, don't they realize that the in the Persian Gulf there, they started that African slave trade before the Europeans even got a hold of it. But assalamu alaikum.
Girl, here's the funny part. Black men sold them into that shit too.
Yes, they did.
Their innate weakness and their inability to stand up for you or take care of you or protect you, and all this shit has led to all the suffering that you have been through to this day. They are the architects of your goddamn suffering, but y'all out here windmilling down for your motherfucking life trying to protect them when you ought to be getting up and loading your goddamn gun. It's crazy.
Oh no, but hold up, they're supposed to do the protecting.
Take a look at this treachery. Let's take a look at some more treachery, right? Look, this is some bullshit right here, right? You know, good and goddamn well a nigga ain't gonna start a business. All the applications that go through this motherfucking shit, they're gonna be just like them fucking
PPP loans.
Yes, that's talk about ain't no help out here for Black men. But let's keep going, because fuck that shit. Look at what these whores are out here helping these niggas do. How to avoid paying child support and know that is not a Black man. That's the man. Pull the fuck up. You bitches are dangerous as fuck. It is crazy as hell. Look, a mammy will tell you what you said. They killing the kids. So it's because they don't want to pay child support. And technically, I'm helping the kids so we can get these men off child support so they won't have a reason to kill you. Girl, bye.
These niggas will kill you because the day fucking Friday. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? So you're going to deprive kids of the resources they need in order to survive. Hence the reason why Black women ended up being the goddamn poster child for the welfare queen in the 1940s, 50s, and 60s. This bitch got to be out of her mammy fucking mind.
Oh, she's not alone, though. She's not alone. You thought she was by herself? No child support. She did a whole diatribe on how men should not have to pay child support. Oh, they're still not alone. You got this bitch here that's looking like she's digging boogers out her motherfucking nose. How I got my son's father.
No child support, no brain activity either, apparently, because these bitches are stupid.
They could just stop fucking them. I mean,
you get him off of child support, he puts you on life support, even exchange, right?
Yes.
Well, my thing is, obviously, if she doesn't need child support, she doesn't need government assistance either. So take away SNAP and any other government benefits that feed her and her children.
Yo, it's a whole sector. Go ahead, Aaliyah. My bad.
No, I was about to say, why am I not surprised? See, these women, they help these men break laws and evade law enforcement and their punishment. And then they help them fuck over other Black women that they don't like. Now they're helping them to be even bigger deadbeats and avoid paying for the children that they have helped to create. And we've been telling y'all that one of the same black woman's biggest problems will always be these mammy ass co-conspirators. And I hate to sound like a broken record, but there's really no other way to describe this. They're literally trying to help them get out of providing for their children. And y'all still have to wonder why this community is a mess. I am so glad that we never sat up here and tried to blow smoke up people's asses by being delusional about the black woman's role in all this. This is how they get shit done. I've seen this in real life, the lengths that they go to in order to conspire with these niggas. This is nothing. My sister's ex-husband's new bitch tried to encourage him to give the poor man's divorce in order to divorce my sister without her knowing by filing a motion to serve by publication or posting. In other words, he was supposed to put an ad out in the newspaper that he couldn't find my sister and that she had gone missing, and that was to divorce her on those grounds without her knowing. And I told my sister, I know she did it, and the idea came from her because these black men don't even think like this. So when they're pulling these types of stunts, it's usually a mammy bitch somewhere helping him. But see, we're not supposed to call this shit out in the name of black sisterhood, but this is what your fellow sisters will plot to do to you behind your back so they can get a nigga. And they know all the dirty and underhanded tricks to help these things screw you out of what is rightfully yours or what belongs to your children. And that's why you have to avoid them at all costs, black women. They don't care about you or your children. When they say they don't owe you anything, please take that as the first red flag of someone to avoid, because when I tell you that is one treacherous bitch, she is treacherous because she only cares about herself, and she will get what she wants by any means necessary, even if that means finding a way to get rid of you one way or another. Please avoid these women.
Aaliyah, the not my sister, not my family. I don't know what these sister thing is.
Yeah, but you know how they love trying to bring up black women, black sisterhood shit, and that's supposed to be a lot of their issues with us too, talking about how we always going in on black women. No, we go in on black ass mammy bitches like this. You think that I feel any type of sisterhood or camaraderie with women that's putting this type of bullshit out there to try to help a nigga get out of his responsibility so he don't have to give you shit, as if these niggas ain't already getting off scot-free. Hell, when they are ordered to pay child support, they still don't fucking pay it. And you out here trying to help these fuck niggas get let off the hook, and for what?
Yeah, don't share your beauty tips with these bitches. Don't share coconut oil with these bitches. Don't let these bitches, don't even get these bitches a squirt of hand sanitizer. Stay completely away from these hoes.
Look, y'all,
Not even a squirt. Dang.
black men and white men are completely different. They really are. This week, I don't know if y'all watch other sectors or whatever. There was a pilot on Southwest Airlines who fainted, right? There just so happened to be an off-duty pilot, right? On as a passenger, and he went in the cockpit and helped them land the plane. This was in a medical emergency, and someone stepped in to help. This is, outside of Blackistan. Okay. You go to Blackistan, and when you experience a medical emergency, you get robbed of $15,000. Do you understand what I'm telling you? They're different. They're different. They're better than your so called men. I know that stings some people. The women that get it, they get it. But they're better than your so called men. The ones that you unfortunately are the so called counterparts. That's why you have to divest. Okay? Two scenarios where two people at work experienced a medical emergency. One got helped and landed the plane. The other one got robbed of 15,000 goddamn dollars. This is the toddler that I'm talking about. This is the entitlement that I'm talking about. This is the just inner fucked upness of the naker. This is how they get down. You don't want to be around a naker and experience a medical emergency, ladies, because they not only going to take your money, they're going to take your shit. I know it sounds completely fucked up and so-called bedwinchy to say that another race of men are better than black men, but they are. We have to stop hiding from the truth, okay? Because the only reason you can even hear me right now is because several white men got together and put all this shit together. I'm just going to keep it real. Between your device your Wi-Fi, your electricity, right? All that fucking shit, your cell phone. It ain't because of a nigga. It's because of a zaddy. And that alone, that example alone lets you know who's more useful, who provides more. You're not going to go 24 hours without using something that those men that you so-called hate provided or created or what the fuck ever. Right? D Stormy, what you got?
Man, I just feel like, Lord have mercy, my mind is going in circles right now because I'm half triggered at the fact that this animal, these apes have no
Absolutely.
sense of integrity.
You seem speechless. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. They I'm just gonna keep it real with you. There's not much more to say about it, but the thing is you keep seeing shit with mammies trying to defend what's going on. How many times, ladies, have y'all seen somebody come up here and they go, it's just because the shit is fucking unbelievable. It leaves people speechless. The fact that you still got bitches out here defending these niggas when they're clearly fucked up. Okay, now y'all let a white man have done what you fixing to see a black man do. I want y'all to switch the races real quick. A black couple sitting there with their baby, right? Their child, just trying to ride the bus, train, or whatever the fuck this transportation is. And a white man is standing here doing to this black couple what this black man is getting ready to do to this white couple. Let's go.
Take them back to Europe with y'all. Gay ass here, Caribbean, African. Gay ass gorilla looking. Shut up, your ugly body. Look, nasty ass, mutating, permutating, corrugating, mediolating, skin. Shut up, your body don't even last long enough. I'm gonna look younger than him by the time he's my age. I don't care about those ugly ass kids in your race. Shut up.
Forgive the surround sound because they are on a train. Listen, he already went on some real racist shit, telling them their bodies don't last long enough. Take your ass back to Europe. He's going the fuck in. Now, if that was a white man doing this to a couple, you would have heard about this by now. You would have seen a whole bunch of Twitter trends and all this shit of mammies clapping their titties together, talking about let's find who he is to take his job. Are y'all going to take this man's job because he is assaulting a minor? Huh? Let's keep going.
Plastic ass body. Debilitated, innervated, emasculated people, incapacitated, indisposed, emaciated, attenuated, tenuous body. I don't care about you. Shut up, you white monkey.
Did he just call that white couple a monkey? Really? I thought that was so fucking offensive when you call somebody a monkey. Really?
That's that hotep shit.
He's the one who looks like the fucking monkey.
Child,
but guess what?
He ain't done.
You a dog in this country. You're a dog. You're nothing over here. You are a dog. Shut up. I'm Black American. I'm over you. What you doing? What? The traffic cop. What? I'm Black American. I'm getting arrested at 10. Monkey. Shut up. You don't care about police. I'm a Black American. You monkey. Get out my country.
Who says aha? Toddlers.
What country does he own? I'm confused because last week they said this country was oppressing them, but suddenly you own the country. So the narrative doesn't work right with what the fuck he's saying about these people. I gotta give White Zaddy and White Mommy and all of them credit because y'all let him get all that out. I just thought they was gonna be calling the coroner soon because that's what the fuck would happen with me.
You know that man didn't want no smoking. They had an infant.
The thing is, had he done anything, ladies, make no mistake about it, he would have lost his job, right? Because his mother would have came out and told y'all how mentally ill he is. Okay? It would have turned into a whole Benjamin Crump ass situation. So motherfuckers, black women and everybody else got to sit there and let them rage all over the fucking place. I want to know, I wish the chick that we played at the very beginning of this goddamn show would click the fucking link. Bitch, if you're out there, I need you to come up here and tell us how the fuck these niggas are not protected. How in the hell is that true?
And also,
go ahead.
No, and also I would like to know, see, this is how grown ass men handle situations. I know the average childish ass black woman will look at this and think he checked him. He just told this white boy something. He just put him in his place. No, a grown ass man thinks before he acts. This man is there with his woman and his baby. Okay, he is not about to get up and act a fool and risk knocking his child over fighting with this goddamn fool on a public goddamn subway because he wants to show his ass. Nobody has time for this ignorant ass bullshit. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. They childish as fuck.
Well,
Now, if
I'm
he would have,
surrounded
okay.
by a lot of conservative white men and moderates. They're getting ready to check these black dudes.
They
They're
finna
getting
smack the
tired.
black soap off these dudes.
Yes, they're
Oh,
getting tired of this bullshit. And they will tell you if you let them, if you want to hear them out, they are tired. They're not even racist, but they are tired of this stupid bullshit. And they're going to start checking them right there, then and there.
I am too. I'm literally over this shit.
yeah. Because the easiest thing to do is get up. Yeah, he could have got up and put hands on him. Because see, my thing is, you can't just say something to somebody like that. They going to get stupid. He already belligerent. He already showing his ass. So if he stand up, you already know his own. So this man looking to his left and he thinking, I got my woman with me and I got our baby with me. I'm not finna do this with this nigga. But see, because that's what they want. They want somebody to act a fucking fool with them. And he just wasn't about to get him what he wanted right then. I can respect that. That's the difference.
Yeah, but
See,
Zaddy's he's not gonna act a fool with him. He's gonna check him with the law.
niggas will start something and be with their kids and their baby mama and use their kid as a shield once the
Exactly.
opposition
So the
start
hell
busting
will.
on their ass
Y'all want to hear
like a
something real
coward.
funny? Y'all want to hear something real funny? Do y'all remember back in November of 2021 when this young black woman had Merriweather-Webster changed the definition of racism to institute the world that it has to be a system in place? I'm gonna need her to call up here too, bitch, because according to this man, he is in charge. He is above black men are above people. So maybe perhaps they can be racist because according to you, they couldn't. They couldn't be racist because it requires an institutionalized kind of system in place. I need for her to call up here and give me that smoke and give me that work on what the fuck she's talking about because he just demonstrated right off the bat that niggas are not only racist, they're the most racist motherfuckers walking around here.
Listen, if a mammy
Okay.
clicks a fucking link, all she's going to do is say, "Are y'all light skinned? Are y'all dark skinned?
Don't forget,
Suck my
bitch,
dick, bitch."
bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, you overweight black women. That's why y'all gonna be cat ladies and y'all never gonna get a man.
Absolutely. I'm not gonna subject y'all to any more of his nonsense.
So I was
Um,
gonna say
go
too,
ahead. Go ahead.
this is not an isolated incident. This has actually been happening since 2020 when Saint Fentanyl took his little dirt nap, and it just became socially acceptable for white people to be mistreated by black people. They were assaulting them. They were, white people would be sitting out eating, dining outside at a restaurant. They'd come through, knock them upside the head. This is on video. They've been so disgusting and nasty too. So that's why I was going to say, Mistress Rowe, when you said that, like, that is one of my biggest pet peeves to hear these ignorant ass members of the community say that black people can't be racist. And they will do shit like that, outright calling people monkeys, threatening them and physically assaulting them simply because they're white. And then they will say, oh no, but we can't be racist. Like, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. That's fucking disgusting. And I've actually seen some, shout out to conservative brads, being vocal on this platform and other platforms about this problem. They are getting sick of it. They are speaking out. They are calling it out. This shit is gonna come to an end soon because this is unacceptable. It's disgusting behavior, and they have the audacity to run around calling everybody else racist and playing the victim all the time. They are some violent ass animals in that community, and it's unacceptable.
Remember all those Asian people who were getting to knock the hell out? All the black men are running around knocking people out.
Yeah, I remember that. They had a
Okay.
lady in Chinatown in San Francisco. That woman was like in her 80s, y'all. This big motherfucking ape drop kicked that little old woman. He could have killed her.
Yes. See, that's manhood to them. That when Saint Fentanyl took a dirt nap because of a knee or something, they start puffing their chests out because black women were stomping the yards and the streets and all this kind of thing. So everybody else has to get their power for them. That's my point.
But
Oh,
you know
But they
Ebony.
keep telling the
why?
black women, they don't want them fighting for them. But I guess they'll keep them around because, they need the food stamps and they need food and somewhere for them to sleep, right? So I guess they'll keep them around or whatever. But they don't
Oh,
want y'all fighting for them.
oh, and Ebony, his dirt nap. I called it a neck massage. That's what he got. It looks like it must have been killer because he was so relaxed afterwards.
What? No, both of y'all are wrong. What happened was it was an erotic asphyxiation gone wrong. You remember when he was screaming out, "I want my mama"? Well, he used the wrong word. The safe word was, "I want my daddy." If he had said, "I want my daddy," none of that would have happened.
Kyra.
So
I'm
I
through
want
with
my daddy. Is that
Yo, moving right along. Hey, these are the bitches that's always talking about they oppressed. The black man is oppressed. You this a nasty fucking bitch. There are 4 places on earth, y'all, that are completely disgusting. That's hospitals, jails, schools, and daycares. We got us a finger lick around this bitch. Let's go.
Fox 5's Morse Diggs is live tonight at the detention center with that video and reaction. Morse?
Well, videos have been made inside the Fulton County Jail before, entertainment, rap artists. Well, one was made recently clandestinely, and you would definitely qualify this one as adult entertainment. On the various floors of the Fulton Jail, there are small offices adjacent to the housing pods. A female staffer occupies.
Look at this high bitch. She's high. You understand me? She's high as giraffe nuts. Do you understand that this woman is in full uniform? This is the woman that y'all have been seeing this week that's sucking off inmates in the Fulton County Jail. Y'all know where Fulton County is? That's Atlanta, Georgia. It's nothing but niggas. Okay, let's keep going.
Occupied one of those offices, but she's not alone. We intentionally cut the video where you see a hand of an inmate extended to the mouth of detention officer Kawana Jenkins. Jail staffers are all talking about the behavior of the forbidden contact between the Fulton employee and the prisoner that ended with Miss Jenkins getting locked up.
I hate you, mammies. I can't stand you.
Kawanda Jenkins.
Check this out. Hold on a second, y'all. 1 second. Now, let me tell y'all, I can't stand you, mammies. I have to walk around looking like you. That's a problem. You out here sucking fingers in the jailhouse of felons. You don't know where that finger has been. Knowing Atlanta, I know where it's been. I know exactly where that fucking finger has been. And here you go, your desperate black male loving ass up here with a fucking horrible mugshot. Sitting up here, and don't cry now. I can tell you've been crying your ass off. You should have thought about that shit before you risked your certification. Y'all, this bitch was a sergeant. A sergeant. How dare you? I resent the fact that I wish somebody would paint me purple. I wish I didn't have to walk around looking like you, because they expect shit like this coming from women that look like us because of bitches like this. Okay? If anybody wants to take up for her, the link is down there in the chat, right? This is some bullshit. Y'all see her charges. Let's finish this up.
Charged with improper sexual contact, reckless conduct, cruelty to inmate, giving inmate an improper item, and violation of oath of office. A retired sheriff supervisor and law enforcement instructor gave his reaction to the video.
There are a lot of things that raise flags beyond just the intimate act itself. Where is the supervision, particularly inside of a facility that's experiencing so many problems, that this staff member has this type of time to spend with an inmate and to make this type of video? It's very repulsive.
Sheriff Pat Labat terminated Ms. Jenkins. He wrote, "The actions of this one individual are certainly not a reflection of the men and women of the Fulton County Sheriff's."
Yes, it is. She's not the first one. It's a bunch of nasty ass, freaky ass mammies in there. Quit lying. Let's go.
office. The vast majority of employees are to be commended for their integrity, commitment to service, and the work they do day in and day out. And let me tell you about an interesting nugget about how they were able to identify this particular inmate from his tattoos from Northwest Atlanta. I'm Morse Diggs, Fox 5 News.
Now, I'm speechless. Finally, I'm speechless.
I'm
Okay?
embarrassed. This shit is fucking embarrassing. This is why the bitches go work in jails like this is not Chuck Berry's Love Connection. What the fuck is wrong with you whores? You over there, you worked all this time to get that certification, but you decide to wrap your dick porter around BBC inmate 96314-31. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Y'all, I saw in the comment section, a mammy bitch said, that's why I don't work at the jails. I don't want to be tempted like that.
See, this is what I'm
Somebody
talking
said
about.
that tonight.
This damn zookeeper in there sleeping with the animals. I just cannot get behind it.
Everybody goddamn speechless.
I am. I'm not surprised though. She's not the first to do that shit. If you ask me, that's probably why these bitches getting these jobs in these jails so they could be in there with all them damn men. She must not be getting enough dick on the street. So now she trying to get some behind bars, and that shit is fucking pathetic. Because if your ass is already locked up, what the fuck can you do for me behind bars? That's not a dick I'm trying to suck. But this is how desperate Black women have gotten, and this shit is shameful.
But you're forgetting a key factor. You're forgetting a key factor of this whole type of scenario. At least he's not out there cheating on her, so she knows where he is at night.
He's sucking dick at the dark.
Stop,
What are you
Kyra.
talking about, Kyra?
Stop.
Now, raise your hand metaphorically if you think he sucked at least 14 dicks that day before he stuck his nasty ass finger in her mouth. That's embarrassing as fuck.
Oh, absolutely. And got some ass too, and she got. That's why these hoes be walking around with this hepatitis and all kind of shit, and gonorrhea in they fucking throat. Cause you sitting up here sucking this nigga off, and he could have just got through pulling that out of somebody's ass. And I guarantee you, he probably did. But you got your desperate ass in there on your knees. That's why all this shit is going around and happening the way it's happening. Jails are some of the nastiest fucking places ever.
But my fellow ATLians, you do know that our tax dollars paid this woman's salary. Just saying.
And for that nigga food. His food too, his shelter too. God damn it, we pay a lot of goddamn taxes for them to have their little freak fest back there.
Not only that, the babies. You guys are paying for the babies too.
Speaking of babies, all right? Speaking of babies, the baby's catching hell around here. Trigger warning. Let's go.
Good evening to you. We are hearing from the mother of the 2-year-old girl killed at the hands of her own father. Fox 26's Gabby Hart has been following this story from the start, and she joins us live. So, Gabby, what did the family have to say?
Well, I can tell you it was really an emotional interview. This family had tears flowing from their faces as they recalled the moments that they say that suspect, which is the child's father, FaceTimed them, even forcing the mother to watch him injure her child and showing the grandfather that child's bloody and beaten body.
Her face was just covered in blood. He hit her with something really hard. And then he called me on FaceTime, and he showed me that he choked her on FaceTime as I was on there. And
let's stop right there. Let's stop right there. Ladies, this is a wash, rinse, and repeat situation. Now, I don't want to come off mean, but it's going to come off mean. When are y'all going to stop giving these niggas your time? That child is 2 years old, which means we're dealing with a minimum of 3 years. It was already out here that these niggas weren't worth the fuck 3 years ago. How many times are you going to throw us up under a triggering situation? Because what happens is when people tell you leave these niggas alone, you tell us to mind our business. We mind our business and we go on with our life. Then you go get fucked up, you and your baby, and then you come right back and put the burden on us to feel sorry. Now, RIP to that baby, That baby should not have been here. Why? Because you shouldn't be fucking with niggas. You're not going to sit up here and continue to put us up under the responsibility of putting you back together after you went and did all this shit with this nigga, after the honeymoon phase is over, after the I love you queen is over, after all that, I guess, is awesome sex or awesome sex to you is over. Once the shit hits the fan, here you come talking about what he did. We told you what he's going to do before you went. Before you went. Now, when bitches like me put their hands in the air and say, wow, I hate that that happened, and then we continue to sit down and eat our food, you're not going to sit up there and call us heartless. That's what you're not going to do. Okay? New children that are coming into this world right now that y'all having with these niggas, I don't have time for this bullshit. I don't. Because you already know what it is. These platforms are full of these types of stories where these babies are catching pure hell because you didn't want to be alone, because you thought he was cute, because you thought he had swag and all that extra shit. All that, I don't know what attracts y'all to these niggas. I really don't. But then you come over here and ask women, not necessarily here, not technically here, but wherever there's black women at that, you know, they feel some type of way and call themselves trying to protect black women and girls, and you put more responsibility on us than you do that nigga to act right. Being that he can't act right, ma'am, you should not be with him. Okay? And somebody brought up to me earlier yesterday, I don't know whether she's in shock or what's going on right now. Where are your tears? You're asking us to do more tears than you're doing. You're putting a lot of weight on other black women, but we the ones that you cuss out all the fucking time. Call us bed wenches, call us the C word and all that extra shit, right? While you're having fun with the nigga. And here you come back. I hate that this happened to this baby because she didn't deserve this shit. She also didn't deserve you bringing her in this world with a nigga. Okay? I just had to get that part out before this video finished.
And he told, I said, Trey, that is your daughter. That is your daughter. Stop. That is your daughter. She loves you. I care about her. You care about her. Like, that is your daughter. And he told me, his exact words was, you only love that man, so you did this to her.
Kirsten Watson tells Fox 26 she's still numb and in shock. Around 10 o'clock Monday morning, her child's father, identified by police as 25-year-old DeAndre Flanagan, stormed into her job at Walmart in North Harris County. He had their 2-year-old daughter, Zavea Marie, who had just been dropped off at daycare, in his arms, and he began screaming at Watson.
He just wanted my phone. He's screaming at me, cursing me out, telling me, what's the passcode? Tell me the passcode or she's going to get it. Like, and I'm telling him the passcode, and I'm telling him over and over and over. But at the end of the day, I guess it just wasn't enough.
After he took off with Zavea in hand, police say Flanagan took deputies on a 30-mile chase. The car eventually came to a stop on Stubner Airline Drive near Veterans Memorial, where officers took Flanagan into custody uninjured. But little Zavea required CPR until life flight arrived. She died at the hospital.
She was just such a happy baby, and I just know she's at peace.
Watson says in the week leading up to this incident, she had to contact police on 3 different occasions about Flanagan, but she was told there was nothing they could do.
The first day he took my child, like I was giving her a bath in the tub. He stormed in and he took her like out the tub. She wasn't even dressed. And he just took her out the house and drove away in a car. We've been going our separate ways. And I let him be, but he couldn't let me be. He couldn't let me be happy. He couldn't let me move on with my life.
This family now sharing their story, hoping it helps someone else.
And I wonder about how many others Aveas is around the world right now, around the United States right now, that's having the same problem. That's in the city, that's in the state. We got to help one another.
That nigga say we got to help one another. Why didn't you be honest with your daughter and tell them niggas like you ain't worth a fuck? Okay? You want your daughter's life to be saved. You want your grandbaby's life to be saved. You're going to have to be honest with them. Baby, don't do that. Don't do that.
DZ, quick question. Just let me start off with this question. She said she had moved on with her life. What do y'all want to bet it was with another nigga?
I can go for that.
100 to nothing. That's number one. Number two, there's an old adage: to the victor go the spoils of war. Black men lost, so they shouldn't be getting a goddamn thing. They don't deserve your grace. They don't deserve mercy. They rolled over like a power bottom at a prison gangbang, bust their bussy open, and been getting ran through by every group of men there ever was. Correct me if I'm wrong, Aaliyah, DZ, ladies who are in the medical field, but isn't there like some sort of scientific study regarding the biological nature of women who actually want strong men, alpha men, real men to actually, fertilize their egg because it ensures the strength of the offspring and the ongoing of the lineage? Am I wrong about that?
Oh,
No, you're
absolutely. But
not
that's
wrong.
natural selection. That's how
Yeah.
natural selection works, period.
But the black community, this is why they basically instill bullshit in your head the minute you're out of the womb to protect the dudes.
Because think
Okay?
about the animal kingdom. They are big on competition. Who
Yes.
they make the males compete for them before they even consider him to be a potential mate. He has to prove himself worthy up first. They don't just that happens in the animal kingdom. That's why it's called survival of the fittest for a reason. We are the only ones that come with this bullshit about how you have to protect men. That's why I say y'all are not realizing that this is the shit that puts you in the masculine role constantly, and they're all too happy to go on somebody's platform and spew this shit. But see, I'm about to really hurt some feelings with this one, so I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and say what y'all gotta say.
Here's the deal. Her lawyer said that the system failed her when she reported him, and they couldn't do anything. Well, I have to go ahead and give you a history lesson, ma'am. Do you not remember all those protests in front of all of these multiple courthouses where you said that they keep black men too long, that there's a bail in disparity, that black men are charged more and charged with felonies more than white men, that they're kept longer and their sentences are longer, and all that type of stupid ass shit. You said that, and y'all got your goal accomplished, and now they cannot do anything. You got laws changed, mammy, remember? So they have to wait until they attack you. All they have is the protective order, and it's up to your nigga to go ahead and respect that. Now, what do you think that the nigga's going to do? The court system's hands are tied until he fucks you up. So, like I said at the beginning, they're not your dating coach. They're not your moderator. They're not your chaperone. You have to understand that niggas ain't worth a fuck and stay away from them. That's step number one. And until you're ready to do that, this type of shit is going to continue to happen. And how dare you let a motherfucking nigga have a baby with you? There's no legacy there. Everybody else is paying for your child to eat. The father's supposed to pay for the child to eat, provide for the child, but everybody else is providing. So, like I said, the only person in this situation I feel sorry for is the baby. I do not feel sorry for her. That baby's young as fuck. That means that what? Everybody had internet back when she was fucking this nigga. Everybody had social media, Facebook. Everybody was on the vlogs, and people was putting stats online and all type of shit for years before you even laid down with the nigga. And you said they were all racist, and you said that they were inaccurate in trying to keep black men down. Now you have to plan a funeral because you didn't want to believe that black men who they are. They told you who they were though, and you didn't want to believe that shit either. So, like I said, you keep doing this shit, and you're gonna keep getting this shit. And the onus is not on me to sit up and cry with you, because you can do something right now to stop this shit. Only thing that would be left is random crimes against women. The domestic violence portion of it would stop effective immediately. Why? Because you're no longer in a domestic capacity with this nigga. You can chop that crime down against your black women damn near instantly. Only thing that would be left is what? Robberies and stuff that people that they don't know or deal with on a regular basis. But as long as you jump in a relationship with them, partner violence is going to happen because your head is really, really hard. So you're going to have to deal. Okay. I have to respect your choices. Your choices and your preferences are black males. So good luck to you. I'm going to continue to say RIP to the baby girl because she had no hand in this. You did. Okay. And you can call me a victim blamer all you want to. You're going to have to stop trying to spite other motherfuckers trying to prove that black men are what they're not. They're not that. They're not family oriented. He was able to bust his own child across the face. You said the baby was bloody on FaceTime. That means he didn't give a fuck about that kid. I told you that they don't like children. They especially don't like their children. It represents responsibility. Anybody want a piece of this or no?
I do. Go ahead.
They especially do not like their fully black children. And some of the ladies in the live chat were asking, where were the good black males to check him? Since it's not all, apparently. Where were the good black males to hold him accountable and to intervene? I'm just curious.
Well, some people was calling her daddy a good black man. He didn't even check him.
Yeah, I saw this story. I happened to scroll past it, and I couldn't even look at it because it was so triggering to see in black and white what he did to that little girl. And I was kind of bracing myself because I thought it might be covered tonight. And I'm a little thrown by the mom not having emotion. I understand that everybody grieves differently, but I'm sitting here trying to keep it together because that was so fucked up. I can't imagine what that baby was feeling. The confusion of her daddy picking her up and then doing that shit to her. And then even, could you imagine somebody FaceTiming you like that, harming your child like that? And I just had a thought if it was a son, if it was a little baby boy, I bet you this mom would be a blubbering mess on this news station. But I just feel like it speaks to the way black baby girls are just not valued in the community, that even her own mother is literally just talking about it. It's just, they're so fucked up and demonic, and it's just so fucked up. That motherfucker deserves the electric chair, and that bitch need to be thrown right in there with him, because bitch, what the fuck? She should have protected her daughter better. I'm sorry, I don't care. She don't even look like her world is turned upside down. That bitch hair is slicked back and everything. How are you even put together right now? You watched your fucking baby get strangled, bitch. What the fuck? This shit is weird. The community, they're fucking sociopaths, all of them.
DZ, can I say one thing? I'll go. I'm not triggered. My father beat the shit out of me, and I was just a little girl. But I'm not triggered. You know why? I'm so damn far away from that shit. I'm sorry. How many apologies and I'm sorry, baby, can you do? Just get the fuck on. Just leave. Just leave. You're not tied to any man. Okay, you don't have to deal with any man, especially ones who look like you, because they're going to mess you up at some point. The most dangerous thing in this world is a black man's ego, because it's so fucking fragile. Get on.
I'm going to try to rein in my temper because this story pissed me the fuck off. I just love how these people are running around talking about the system is failing these little girls. Excuse me, this is the same system y'all stay shitting on all the time. The same system y'all said was treating them inhumanely and unjustly. The same system that was set in place to protect you, but you don't want these niggas arrested and put in jail. And then as soon as they are, you beat the damn patrol car down to the police station, bailing them out or dropping the charges, or you flat out refuse to go to court and testify against them. The same system you expect to help you, but you refuse to name the fucking problem. The same system that y'all have spent years disrespecting, trying to dismantle, and screaming to defund. You want help from the same police you call racist, cursed out, and ran the fuck off. Did you think there wouldn't be any consequences to telling everybody that the black man is God and everybody else can just go to hell? Do you expect the same people who have had to quit their jobs or risk losing their pensions if they chipped one of these precious ass niggas' nails to come to your rescue, knowing y'all don't want these niggas put behind bars. The problem is y'all, and it's time for y'all to own your part. I don't give a fuck. The time for lying is over. Everybody wants to tell you to stop birthing them, but did they tell you to stop fucking them? Which usually ends up in unwanted pregnancies and you having to put your body through highly invasive procedures, which will no longer be an option for many, by the way, which was another point I already made. And I'll give you one guess who actually helps influence that. Because you had people who were sloppy enough to be all over social media advising people to use abortion as a form of contraception. Do y'all think Black folks are the only ones with internet access? And let's see who's going to walk back those lies. On top of that, you have people who are doing reports on this gruesome ass shit all day long, knowing damn well who is behind 97% of the shit they're posting, and then turn around and catch an attitude when we say leave Black men the fuck alone. Then it becomes about what these other communities do, as if that has anything to do with you. And y'all wonder why this shit is so upsetting, because we can get up here and talk all day and night. Y'all can cry all day and night, but you still can't give up the black dick, not even for the safety of your little girls. There is no way I would have given this thing a child. Stop fucking these creatures, Black women. Fucking them still leaves the door open for unneeded pregnancy by these degenerates. Get smarter than this. I don't have any children, so it's your baby girls that are suffering for this. And this community only focuses on what happens to grown ass men. Y'all deserve better. They don't want these children. They only want to make you miserable. That's why we say stop fucking them, because as soon as he impregnates you, he's hooked you and you'll never be free of him. The police even told me that when I was dealing with my crazy ass ex back when I was still in Blackistan, that the only thing that saved me was the fact that I didn't have any children by him. So there was nothing that would legally force me to have to deal with him. Luckily, I could just walk away. See, remember, one of the original lessons of BWE was that the lesson will keep presenting itself until you learn it. So I learned the fucking lesson, which a lot of people who claim to know the origins also seem to have forgotten, because they never knew it to begin with. They just picked up a microphone and started talking. When you start birthing their children, they can really make your life a living hell. And now they figured out that the best way to hurt you is just to off the children and then force you to have to live with it. If y'all don't get how cruel that is, I don't know what else to tell you. This is why I hate dealing with anything involving small children. I was at my desk yesterday at work crying like I had gotten my ass whooped with the snot running and everything. And I did the same thing with baby Zara Scruggs, Cupcake McKinney, Royalty Sneed, and many others. Please stop this bullshit. I'm tired of crying over children that are not mine. And let me explain something else to you. Do not ever mistake my sympathy and empathy for helpless infants and toddlers for sympathy and empathy for your adolescents. Those are two totally different things. So I hope we're clear on that.
Oops. Yeah, I don't feel nothing for their ass either. You don't get what you get. Honestly, I think some of these people are addicted to the sympathy. Because when a bitch get fucked up, here she come. She laying down, making a long ass Facebook post with all the details, all the juicy details of what he did. And then she sits back, wait for the emojis, wait for the I'm sorry's, wait for the whatever's coming in at the time. Well, does she ever learn anything? Or does she repeat the shit? I think you're addicted to the trauma. I think that you're addicted to it. You just want it the way it is. Seriously. And those of you that do, go right the fuck ahead. But you're going to keep the name calling to yourself when I say, I don't give a fuck. I don't. To the babies, RIP. To you, fuck you for continuing to be hard-headed when the info was out there. You a smart-ass bitch any other day. You know a little bit about everything any other day, but you didn't see this one coming. With all the stats out there, you didn't see this one coming for some reason. That's interesting to me, that you didn't think a black man would fuck you up. Really? You didn't think a black man would fuck you up. Okay. Yeah, that's like being surprised when it starts drizzling and turning gray outside that it starts raining. I don't believe you. Okay, let me put this banner up and make sure that this is not a troll account back here. VW, Are you Dusty?
Uh-oh. No, I'm not Dusty.
Okay.
Good evening. I'm not gonna stay on long. If you hear the tremble in my voice, it's fucking anger. Um, I have no sympathy for black women no more. It's I'm 54 years old and I've seen a lot of this shit. And you got the internet. If I had the internet 40 years ago, ain't no way in hell I would have went through the hell with my ex-husband and my children's father. This is ridiculous. This is insane. I have did a post on Facebook in capital letters saying I don't want to hear not one more fucking indication of how evil white people and white men are. I don't want to fucking hear it. Black people, to me, in my experience, and I could just only speak of my experience and what I have seen. This is why I had to stop working for a major utility company here in Chicago. That's why I had to get out of social services. Even today, the shit that the fuckery I see that black people do, I can't even call them human no more. They are like a whole. I can't even lump them with animals. My German Shepherd was more human than my ex-husband and most black folks that I've dealt with. This is fucking insane. That's all I got to say. At this point, any black woman that chose this, she chose that. And she got what the fuck she deserved. That's all I got.
Thank you for coming, VW. Seriously. The sympathy card didn't work. Oh, I'm so sorry that that happened to you. Oh my God. Girl. And then as soon as you say, don't do it again, don't go back. Don't deal with those type of niggas. Wait a minute now. Then here come the index finger. Here come the goddamn neck roll. Just because he did that, don't mean the other girl. Just spend the day looking up domestic violence, and then you come back. And if you still standing 10 toes down on that bullshit, never contact me again. Please don't. Okay, because I'm not here for that bullshit where you just here for sympathy. Okay, you better find something else to get addicted to if you got an addictive personality. Because the sympathy, you're not gonna keep pulling that card with me. I didn't know. He was so nice at the beginning. You know, not all black men are like that. Well, what? What am I seeing on the What am I seeing on the news? Why are you always on breaking news? Why are you always missing? Why are the girls always talking about some grown ass man trying to dig in a private area? Why? Okay, and Afro diaspora, you not getting up here tonight. I don't have time for your bullshit. I really don't. I don't have time for that shit, sir.
My issue with these memes is simple. You bitches do not think beyond the end of your nose. When you birth these children, you have nothing to bequeath them but suffering. Why are you giving legacy to things that are meant to be driven into extirpation? I thought we long ago established that they didn't even engage in the fight. So they are oppressed because they want to be oppressed. But you bitches are like energy vampires. You will use anything and everything to garner sympathy, but you won't do the one thing that comes thereafter, and that's take accountability for the fuck shit in which you bitches have participated in. You bitches go get degrees and become lawyers and judges, and then you want to take a break on the brother. You bitches get your ass in the most prestigious places ever, and then you want to be on some SJW shit. What about my brother when he done showed you, told you, and written into motherfucking text for damn near 2,000 years how he don't give a fuck about you or anything that comes from you, i.e. your children. Stop fucking them, feeding them, financing them, finessing them, whatever the fuck you doing. Cease and desist with the nonsense. That sympathy shit is over. The only person I feel sorry for in this story is a little girl. She the only one that got my sympathy. Everybody else can go right off into the sunset and grab the nearest dildo and go fuck themselves.
Period. If that makes us mean, that's fine. When you see something is not working, you have to change your strategy. And ma'am, I'm not going to sit up here and let you cry on my shoulder every time something doesn't work out with a nigga. At some point, you're gonna have to figure out that niggas ain't shit. Okay, they don't build, provide, or protect, and you need to get the fuck on. It's time to shit or get off the pot, because now your kids are suffering, and then you want to blame the court. Girl, bye. Why the fuck was he? Let me ask y'all this: why was he still on the list of eligible people to pick that baby up from daycare? Because they said he walked into daycare and went and got her. Okay, if he wasn't on the approved list, because I have children, had children, they're grown now. but nobody that's not on their parent card, right, is allowed to pick them up. So you still had him on there, ma'am, because you wanted to have a relationship with him. You broke up with him for a reason. And I suspect it's because his ass is violent, because he does have a criminal record. Why? I just want to back up. I really do. Why were you even dealing with him? This shit is happening too goddamn much, bro.
And that's true,
It's
DC.
gonna continue happening because the lesson will keep presenting itself until you learn it. I'm sorry, go ahead, Snapple.
Oh, it's like, it's so true about like the information being there. Like nobody could escape the dead kitten era. You know what I'm saying? And if you didn't know, you found out. So it's like, I just don't see how like in 2020, even 2020, 2021, 2019, I'm not really getting how they're not understanding at this point to just stay the fuck away from them, and that they're just bad for you. They're just bad for your health, bad for your mental health, emotional well-being, physical health. Like, just stay the fuck away from them. Like, there's just so much information out there. At that point, it is a choice. It is.
Oh, well. Hopefully, he gets the time he deserves until the next thing happens, because leave it up to these black ass bitches, he'll get a manslaughter charge or some shit like that. I'm just going to keep it real with you. Anybody want some McDonald's? Let's see.
Now, a Channel 2 Action News exclusive, a manager at McDonald's accused of getting a teen worker pregnant. He is a registered sex offender. Investigators say that...
Pull up. How the fuck did a registered sex offender get a job as a manager at McDonald's? Oh, that's right. You said the laws were racist again. So, you put a registered sex offender around a 15-year-old, what the fuck you think gonna happen? You put a black male who happens to be a registered sex offender over teenage girls, you think ain't nothing gonna happen. Let's go.
That Jamira Sampson worked for McDonald's in Loganville. Channel 2 investigative reporter Mark Winnie spoke with the victim's mother, who is suing now McDonald's.
And lawyer Mel Hewitt says he filed this lawsuit, yes, for money for a 16-year-old who needs it now that she has a baby by a former McDonald's manager and convicted.
There you go. That video's 5 minutes long. I will not be going over that shit. She's pregnant. He got her pregnant.
Now, see, this is where I'm gonna have to drag these mammy bitches once again, because y'all are the bitches that was stopping Congress and the House of Representatives and all of them from passing a law that says that any person who's a convicted sex offender, depending on where they fall in the tier, shall be presented for by the state to be chemically castrated. Now, see, if y'all would have just stood the fuck out the way and let him give him a shot to make his dick limp for the rest of his motherfucking life, maybe, just maybe, baby girl wouldn't be becoming a mother at 16. But you bitches can't have that. Furthermore, McDonald's, what the fuck? How was he a manager and a registered sex offender in the same breath? What the fuck is going on with this oversight, too? Because this shit don't make no motherfucking sense.
Oh,
Y'all know McDonald's ain't running no background checks. They just hire anybody because they just want the bodies.
No, that's Atlanta. Loganville is basically Atlanta, and I can guarantee you a mammy hired him. Okay, certain areas, y'all know what Atlanta looks like. It's covered with niggas, both male and female. I'm sure she gave him a job. Trust me, I'd bet my life on it. Truly.
You know what's also really disgusting about this? How many of us back when we were teenagers or like 18, 19, something like that, how many of us had jobs like this? I mean, I did. I mean, and goodness, you have one of these grapes that you mammies protested for him to be able to rebuild his life out here working with, yet again, black girls. We can do the thing. We have jobs at 15, 16, but your grown ass, able-bodied sons can't do shit. Why does he have to?
He probably held that management over her too. Like, you know what I mean? Like if she did and he was going to get her fired or something. That's what that's the other part of it too. They don't understand, or I know they understand it, but they like the coercion and the just taking advantage of a young girl in a very vulnerable situation. It's
That's just
gross.
what they do. Let me show y'all something real quick. Everybody's getting sick and tired of black men and their mammies. It's not just black men anymore, it's their fucking mammies. Now, when I was telling y'all about apartment complexes, duplexes, and condos, neighborhood subdivisions, all that shit, any living condition, people do not want black folks to move in there. When black folks start moving in, they move out because of the bullshit that's going on. I'm getting ready to show you a clip where people were just living. White man trying to go to work. It looks like like maybe a Indian guy, was on his way to check his mail or some shit. It's a diverse quote unquote area. On this particular floor of this condo complex, you had a black couple that lives up there. Okay, everybody's living, doing what they do. Okay, and this is what the black folks are doing in their apartment.
He got a gun! She's lying. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Don't fucking play with my life like that. Don't ever play. Let me get all of my stuff right now. Let me get my stuff. Let me get my stuff with this door wide open. No, I'm not.
Listen, don't nobody want you motherfuckers around. People just trying to live day to fucking day, going to work, going to and fro, doing their errands, and here you go, you and your nigga, and I'm sure you didn't take his black ass in there with you when you applied for that place, whether it be mortgaged or whatever. I'm sure you didn't take him with you because you know what black men do. I'm not fooled by that shit. You try to keep his ass in the car or wait till he doing something else so you can go pretend like you ain't that bitch, you ain't that mammy. You're just as conservative as everybody else until you get approved, and then this type of shit happen. Let's go ahead and take that back one more time.
He got a gun! She's lying. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Don't fucking play with my life like that. Don't ever play. Let me get all of my stuff right now. Let me get my stuff. Let me get my stuff with this door wide open. No, I'm not.
If he has a gun, why is she going back in there with him? Like, I mean,
they take that bullshit everywhere they go with them, and they wonder why nobody wants them around. I have always said my peace and quiet is very important to me. And to be honest with you, the rent on a lot of these apartments are way too fucking high to be dealing with this kind of disturbance. Take your dumb ass back in their house and shut the fuck up. That's why I say they do shit like this. And then as soon as somebody call the police, she gonna be looking stupid. Cause she ain't gonna want nobody to arrest him and take him to jail, but she's screaming like he killing them. That's why I said they don't even think. And after that McDonald's shit, y'all already know what this community gonna tell her what they thinking. Oh, she wanted it, she did it, she was a willing participant, she asked for it, or whatever the case may have been. She was just fucking that older man, because that's the new narrative they love putting out there. Oh, y'all know y'all was all fucking with older men too. Like that's ever been made it right. It doesn't matter what the norm used to be. Hell, it wasn't right then. They just hadn't put a name for it. But all of a sudden, yeah, we always fucking with older men back then. That's what she was doing. See, because it's always a justification because they're too damn dumb to know that minors can't consent to shit. I don't give a fuck how grown you may think they are or how grown they carry themselves or how her body may have looked for her age. It don't goddamn matter. She's still a minor, which means she couldn't consent to shit.
Now, for them mammy bitches, that shit we just saw is probably foreplay. I'm not even gonna lie. That's number one. Number two, DZ, can I do a quick shout out here to the NYPD Blue, the brothers in blue in New York City who took down that whole goddamn gang of orangutans that was running around terrorizing these nice neighborhoods. The zaddies in blue went up there and they handled their motherfucking business. Now, I know on other platforms, bitches be on there with the cops to this or to that. Let me let y'all know tonight. Police officers, you are loved and appreciated over here. And I'm gonna be I'm gonna take a little leeway and I'm gonna say I'm speaking for everybody here. We appreciate that
absolutely. Shit. I back the motherfucking blue.
All the motherfucking way.
A lot of us wear that back the blue stuff loud and proud, so absolutely, gentlemen.
Oh, trust me, I got my thin blue line shit. And I walk around with it on. White men speak to me all the time. One white dude said, you're brave, aren't you? I said absolutely because I went and bought me a whole entire fucking t-shirt. Not only did I have the C19 mask with the thin blue line, I went and bought a whole fucking t-shirt and a backpack with it on there. See, I want you to know that I extra represent the blue. Absolutely.
Oh, I wear my ball cap proudly, backing the blue, and I wear that bitch to the gun range. So if you want to pop off, please note my aim is straight and true.
I don't want you next door to me, mammies. I hate your guts. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. That's all. See you ladies in Discord.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.